Hi everyone, nice to see you. Today realised I'm just about 2 weeks into 40 before 40, and I've managed to knock a couple of items off my list. I'm working on a few more and I'm nowhere near with a bunch of others. So this is just an update video and see how it's going. Let's take a look.
I'm trying to live in the moment. We gotta live in the moment.
So let's start with one of the items I have been able to cross off my list in the last couple of weeks, and that is item number 18, which is go to the theatre. I was able to go to see Ghost at the Pavilion Theatre in Bournemouth. I'd no idea what to expect from the musical. I've seen the film many times over the years, and it's a really good film and I love it. But I wasn't sure what to expect from the musical. So I went in with fairly low expectations, and I was greatly surprised. Of course, the one song that's particularly associated with that movie is, of course,
Who you gonna call?
no, that's wrong, isn't it? Is it this one?
Doobie doobie doo, where are you?
Of course not. Of course, it's Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. And thankfully, that one does feature in the musical. I went to see Sister Act a few weeks prior, and there's no music that's the same from the movie into the musical, which I was really, really surprised at. But it was lovely to see that Unchained Melody does make it into the musical from Ghost. The staging, the choreography, the music, the singing quality was superb. It was a really, really, really good night, and I would highly recommend that musical to anyone who is interested, certainly anyone who has seen the film, because it is word for word, not quite word for word, but it is a very good representation of the movie on stage. It's fantastic. So that's number 18, tick, crossed off my list. Next up on my agenda was trying to move JustPickOneUK forward in terms of its social media presence. Of course, I've got YouTube and I've also got a TikTok channel under JustPickOneUK, same as well. But I wanted to have something a little bit more a little lighter, sort of like photo based and what have you. And of course, Instagram is the place for that. So I wanted to set up an Instagram account. Now, when I first looked into it, Instagram just wasn't working. There was something about it that just wouldn't let me set up the account with an email address. So I thought, okay, fine. Well, Instagram and Facebook are linked. So maybe if I set up a Facebook account, which was next up on my list, and I thought, well, maybe I'll set up an Instagram through that instead. And Facebook thought I was a bot.
I'm a robot, do what I say.
So that was a no, and I thought, oh, goodness me. So anyway, parked that for a few days, and then came across the idea of trying to go through my phone and turning the Wi-Fi off, and maybe that was an issue. And it worked immediately. So if Instagram's not working for you, try and set something up like through your phone instead of using a Wi-Fi. I'm not entirely sure why that worked, but it did. So now I have an Instagram account with JustPickOneUK as the username. All of the links to all of my social media and bits and pieces I will put in the description box down below, so don't worry about that. So yeah, follow off. So number 10 on my list, I think I can tick it off. I mean, a YouTube channel, a Facebook channel, and Instagram. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. I've never been a fan of Twitter particularly. I'm not keeping up with it, so I'm not going to bother with Twitter. And Facebook thought I was a bot, so I'm not going to go there. Yeah, so that's number 10. Again, ticked off my list. Woohoo, that's 2 down. So let's move on to some of the ones I've been working on. Number 4 is declutter the house. I've definitely made progress on that, which I've said before. I've cleared out the wardrobe. We had a whole pile of things that we previously organised, ready to get rid of, and it was just sitting in the corner of the kitchen. That's now gone. Got part of my kitchen back, which is brilliant. We had a bunch of stuff outside. You know how you get bits and pieces that you think, oh, I'll take that to the tip or the dump or the municipal recycling centre or whatever it is you call it where you are. We call it the tip or the dump. And And I've decided, right, I'm just going to throw all of that into the car and it's going to go. And so that's now gone. It really is making me feel better, just getting rid of things, and it's clearing out space. Like the space behind me is a desk. I learned to sew in lockdown. I taught myself how to sew thanks to YouTube. And I set up a table for my sewing machine and everything behind me. And that got so cluttered. I'll put a before and after picture on screen now. And just clearing that out. All of the things, I will keep this just in case. I'll keep this fabric. I'll buy this fabric. I'll do this just in case I'm able to do something with it in the future. But I'm going to go through it all and try and sell some things that I'm just not going to use. Like there was a plan for it, but that plan either fell through or I'm just not going to get to it because I've got too much going on. So, and just try again. So I'm going to try and sell some of the fabrics as well, so make some money. Because unfortunately, some of the plans on my list involve travel, which is amazing, and I really want to do more travel. But unfortunately, you can't travel cheaply anymore. It's not possible to do. So I need as much money as I can possibly get together. So I'm going to try and do that as best as I can. So that's number 4, work in progress, but the house is getting there, and it's really lovely to be able to do that. I'm working towards number 26, which is to do something wild with my hair. Now, I'm not going to do the wild thing just yet. It desperately needs cutting because these ends are absolutely terrible. So I'm going to get my hair cut, and I've got an appointment next week to do that. So that'll be fantastic. That'll be the first stage, is to get my hair ready to probably accept some colour. I'm thinking maybe purple. Maybe some purple. I'm not sure whether to do like a half and half, like an under colour and keep the top brown, or whether to just go for it and go a bit nuts. I'm not sure yet. But the first thing on my list to do for my hair is to get it cut because it really, really needs it. So that's number 26, work in progress on that one. Another item to check off soon, which I'm working on, is number 14, which is to go camping solo. I've got a plan for that this week, so that'll be one I'll be able to tick off. Hopefully I'll be able to tick it off a few times before I turn 40 because I absolutely love it now. Yes, so that's going to be fairly local. And I'll update you. I'll probably bring a whole solo camp video once I've done that, and that'll be really, really nice to do another one. I've got 2 others that are work in progress. Unfortunately, these ones are out of my control to a certain degree. Number 31 and 32, 30 and 31 are very, very similar. They involve TV and film. Now, number 30 is to try and be a TV or movie extra. Either a walk-on part, someone in the background, or even have lines. That would be incredible. So in order to try and get that done, I've signed up to the Casting Collective, which was a very highly recommended website, which has a book of people that they can pull from, depending on what projects are. Lots of people on YouTube recommend it. It's highly recommended, and Trustpilot's got very high reviews for it as well. But it was a very long application process to get through. You have to provide lots of information. Because the extras get paid, you also have to provide a lot of information to prove your right to work in the UK and all of that kind of stuff. So it's quite a long form to fill in. You have to take all your measurements, you have to describe yourself, you have to take photos to submit as well. I have to actually get a headshot, which I did myself. It wasn't too hard to do, but it was still a long process, and that has actually been approved as of this morning. It's been approved, so I've done the only parts that I can do to get myself set up. And number 31 is to be in the audience for a TV show. So all the audience, there's hundreds and hundreds of people that sit in the background of many TV shows, like game shows and things like that. So I've gone on to the Applause store, which is a company that, again, fills the spaces, issues tickets for that kind of thing. And I've applied for a couple of TV shows that are coming out, being filmed rather, in October. So that'll be really nice to see about that. Unfortunately, with the way the Applause store works is you don't find out if you've been successful to get your tickets until 24 hours before recording. So it's real late notice and a bit of a rush. And most of it's filmed either like in London, Manchester, and all over the place. So that's going to be a bit of a last minute rush to go up to London if I'm successful for that in October. But that would be really exciting. And I'm just going to keep a lookout on the Applause store. And if you know of any other sites, a little bit random, but if you know of any other sites that do that kind of thing, or look for people to be extras, or any recommendations, then do put it in the comments below, because I'm really interested to see anyone's success stories. So that would be amazing. So that's it for now. There's a few ticked off the list that I don't have to go back to. They're completed. There's a few that I've done everything I can so far, and just work on it as and when things come up. And there's a couple that are just continuous, and they'll be quite long process really to get them finished. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to do any of that. If you like this video or want to keep up with what I'm doing with 40 before 40, then please do subscribe. Leave me any comments. If you've got any bucket list items that you would like to do, then leave that in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. And thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. Until next time.